right. So today, well, yesterday, today, and tomorrow morning, we're hauling a big metal utility pole. It's in 4 different sections. It might be 2. I'm not sure. I think it's probably 2 poles that are broken half. Anyway, they're kind of long. They're hanging over the back of the trailer about 4 foot. And they're hanging off the front of the trailer about 1 foot. So it's a legal load, but just right there inside that window. So anyway, I picked it up in Oklahoma, around Oklahoma City, and I'm taking it over just outside of Salt Lake, Utah. And what is today? Thursday. Today's Thursday. So I picked it up Wednesday. I unloaded a load of those reels about 150 miles from there, and then deadheaded over to this load and picked it up, and then made it to, I don't remember the name of the town I stayed in, a little bitty town in Colorado. Anyway, so I drove yesterday. I'll do a full 11 hours today, and then tomorrow I should be within less than an hour from the receiver. So I'll get it kicked off in the morning, and then we're looking at some options on our next load. I might haul out of there a load going down into California on the far west coast of California, I guess, from what I'm gathering, but I'm not positive. I haven't got a load confirmation yet, but it's kind of what we're looking at. But anyway, it's been a good week this week. Last week was awful. I had unloaded a load of cable reels in Oklahoma again, and I deadheaded almost 700 miles to pick up another load, which is not normally something we do, but it was a decent paying load, taking us to an even better area that has a lot of good freight that we can run. So anyway, it was going to be worth it to go out there. Well, I picked the load up, and it's a bunch of fans that go on the side of a grain bin, like on a silo. And it's the big, like a hamster wheel fan that has a little motor on the back of it that circulates the air in these silos. And it was going to a hazelnut farm in Oregon. Well, they're made of sheet metal, and there was a recent snowstorm in the mountains there between where I picked up and where I was going in Oregon. So they wanted me to tarp the load. These sheet metal boxes naturally are going to be very, very sharp. And so I wasn't sure how to go about tarping it. They were odd shaped and everything else. So anyway, I ended up having to do 3 individual tarps. I had some cardboard boxes and stuff that I put in their own tarp. And then I had the metal housings on 2 ends of the trailer that I had to have on their own tarp. I think I kept the pictures. I'll put some pictures right now of the load, so you can see this is kind of what I was working with. And I had padding. I spent a lot of money on it on a third tarp. I couldn't find any tarps where I was, so I had to buy a tarp from a custom canvas shop, and it was $640, I think, for a 4-foot tarp. No. Anyway, I didn't have a choice, so I bought it. I bought about $100 worth of padding and moving blankets from U-Haul. That way I can really pad the corners of these boxes up and try not to, have any issues with tearing. But I made it about 500 miles. Every 100 miles I stopped and checked to make sure there wasn't any ripping going on or nothing, because it's not a load you can really tarp. It needed to be in a pallet, in like a wooden crate. But anyway, so I stopped every 100 miles and by the time I hit about the 500 mile mark, the tarp was just absolutely destroyed, as you saw on those pictures a minute ago. That was actually the new tarp, so basically there's $600 and it ripped up all those blankets too, and I just lost a lot of money on that deal. And I'm thinking, well, snow's gone in the mountains, maybe we'll just haul it on out there and you know, run through a truck wash and get them washed off. They're built for outdoors, so even if they get dirty with the salt and the spray off the road, we can power wash them off and they'll be fine. Well, the customer, the broker, not like a load broker, it's a we'll call it a salesman of this equipment, insisted that it was tarped the whole way out there and would not work with us at all, even though they knew good and well that the situation. So what did we do? We turned around and went back. By we, I mean me. So overall, when it was all said and done, I had almost 2,000 miles in this load, between the deadhead and the hauling it and driving around searching for a tarp and for padding. I had almost 2,000 miles in it in almost a full week, and it paid nothing. So luckily I had delivered that load of reels the day before I went up there, so I had, you know, I grossed $3,000 last week on about probably close to 3,500 miles, maybe something like that. So not a good week. I lost money, but anyway, that's in the past. You know, hopefully we'll work that out and get reimbursed for some of the miles, or you know, they told us to buy that tarp and to they would reimburse us for the extra equipment we had to purchase to make that load work. It belonged on a dry van or on a Conestoga, something that could be tarped without the tarp touching the metal, because any movement at all on that sharp metal, you know, with the wind moving it or any kind of vibration, it's just going to slice whatever you put over it. So I knew it probably wasn't going to work, but you know, you got to try because you agreed to that load. But lesson learned. I won't deadhead that far no more, unless it's a 100% load that I know is not going to fall through, and it's something that I know how to do and I'm comfortable with. You know, I'm not going to deadhead that far for a mystery load, is what I'm saying, and it's going to have to pay very good. So, which that load, if I would have done the whole load, the deadhead and then the loaded miles, I still would have been making a very good rate per mile. So, you know, we can't discredit that, but you know, things just happen and it didn't really work out. So, I guess that's part of the business and lesson learned, and we move on. But so I'm happy that things are going smooth this week. Knock on synthetic wood. But anyway, like I said, I'm going through Colorado right now, headed to Salt Lake City, and trying to get some cool shots here. It's really pretty out here, as always. We're fighting like it's trying to be spring, but it's still winter, that kind of situation, but it sure is nice out here anyway. So anyway, stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video, and if you haven't already, I would appreciate if you like and subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know what you want to see, what kind of videos you like for me to put out. If there's anything you guys want to know, just feel free to ask. I will say, a couple weeks ago, I posted a video about how new drivers, they don't have any other means of doing it, should go to one of these mega carriers to obtain their CDL, but they got to be on there for a year. So I made that video, and a friend of mine was asking about it, and just so happened that one of the recruiting staff from Wilson Logistics, which is a a smaller company compared to like Prime, but they haul a lot of loads for Prime. They kind of broker it to them, I guess. But anyway, one of their recruiting people had commented on there and said, "Don't forget about us." It's like, oh yeah, the people that own that company, I went to school with, and the family. I know the family, and they're good people. So anyway, that friend of mine applied, and he starts this weekend driving for him. So that was pretty cool that one of the videos led to that. Anyway, I just thought that was neat. But like I said, if you don't mind, subscribe and like, and go over to the Facebook page, Truckin' Troubadour, and give that a like too if you don't mind. Yeah, I'll catch up with you next time. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you.